Hello and good evening. I don't know if you can hear me because I'm having real trouble with this. So, if anybody's in and you can hear me, give me a thumbs up in the chat. I see there's two people in. So, yeah, I've got no idea. I've had all sorts of flipping technical issues. Blinking heck. Hey, Helen. Hi, my darling. Can you hear me okay? Oh, hang on. Sorry, Sheila. Hi, Sheila. Happy New Year, everybody. I've been having a nightmare with my phone. It won't charge. I think I've broken my charger. I think I've actually broken the charging port, but anyway, who cares? How we diddling? We all right? Or as Lee says, what does he say? How are you doing? You all right? Thank you. How have your New Year's been? Have they been good? Have you had hangovers? Did Santa bring you lots of things? I shall tell you what. You! It's Darzen. Hey, Lady Stardust. Hi. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I don't know why I'm greeting Darzen like, hey, Green Eyes. Hi, love. He's been nothing but mean to me for the past few days. Even asked who I was earlier. You've been relatively well behaved. Hey, Frida. Lovely to see you guys. Yeah, I've had a hangover or two, which wasn't great. I'll tell you what I plan to do for the evening. So, I'll do my usual, just chill out and say hello to everybody at first. Then I'll do my channel recommendations, so new channels that I'm watching or what have you that I think you guys might enjoy. Then I want to talk about two things. One is a cryptids thing and one is a weird thing. And then we've got a little bit of a quiz if you fancy it, but if you don't, we don't need to do it. So that's what I'm planning anyway. I've got the dog's actually fast asleep. I don't know what's wrong with him at the moment. We probably tired him out because we have done some walking. I know you do. I know. Not that you're competitive or anything. It's an easy one because I always get told I've made the quizzes too hard. I was going to do. Hi, Lady Witch. Happy New Year. I was going to do a music one, and then I thought maybe not. I could. The logistics were a bit shit, but I could always do kazoo. You know, I'm always up for an old kazoo session. So see how you feel. So yeah, we've done a lot of walking and mountain climbing and all sorts of crazy crap over the past few days. I think I might. Lady Stardust loves me playing the kazoo. She wanted me to lose it permanently. She did. I don't think she wanted to hear it ever again. But you know, what do you do? But you see, Shazza likes it. We'll see. We'll see how we're feeling later on. See how my phone's holding up because, like I said, it's just not holding a charge. There you go. You see, she just doesn't. I'm just not appreciated. I'm really not. Lady Stardust. If we end up as neighbours in the Outer Hebrides, that will be your morning call. I will play. Reveille on the kazoo every morning just to wake you up. Oh, lang duck. Yeah. So, anybody got any goss, any news? What's going on? I've not really been around. I did go into a live stream the other night. It's there's a singer that I follow, and he did a live stream. It was public. I think he's made it private now because it was just like a members only one. You play them bagpipes, love. You play them. Sounding like a strangled haggis, but you play them. You probably sound just on a par with me on the kazoo. Oh, shit. Oh, I just took a gobful of my coffee. Oh, my God, that's molten. I think I've just... You might be in luck there, Lady Stardust. I think I've just scorched my windpipe. Oh, shouldn't have done that. Right, so I'm going to start with my channel recommendations just while we're waiting for a few people to come in. So, my first recommendation of the evening is he's a Scottish singer. He's from Edinburgh. And I'm actually prepared tonight. I have got all the acts ready, so I don't have to ask you guys to do it for me. But I'm obviously going to have to type this in, and I can't see. Right. This is the first one that I think you guys might like. So it is Adam Holmes, and I was in You're a cheeky bugger, you are, Lady Stardust. Oh gosh, yeah, you said, didn't you, happy thoughts about you going to Las Vegas? That is going to be amazing. That is going to be absolutely amazing. One of my friends went to Las Vegas a few years ago, and she said to stay in, like, they had like these suites, and she said it was a fraction of what you think you'd pay for them over here, you know, like a motel. And she said it was like total top shelf luxury. And the buffies eat as much as you want buffies and things, which was wasted on her because she's skinny as a rip. So anyway, sorry, I'll go back to Adam Holmes. So there's the link to his channel. He's a Scottish singer. He's based in Edinburgh. He's really, really good. And he did a live stream for New Year's, and I went into it. And at the end of it, he just did an impromptu version of Auld Lang Syne. Now, he sang it last year, and he did a proper video for it. But the other night, he just played it. It was like, I might do it a cappella. No, I'll play the guitar. And it was so evocative, shall I say. It's just because it was from the heart. It was one of the best versions of Auld Lang Syne. I know, Lady Stardust, it upsets you. Maybe you might not want to listen to it, but he's really good. And he has got a version of it up there on his channel. So he's one that I can thoroughly recommend. Right, so that's my music option this week. Now we've got a paranormal one. So let me just put the in here, and then I'll tell you about this channel. I've followed them for a while, and I've been into some of their live streams, the investigations that they do. They're really nice people. They're in America. Let me get this. Ooh, spelled it wrong. Have I got that right? Yeah. So these guys are called Viking Cat Paranormal TV. And it's a nice little channel, and they do investigations for ghosts and for Bigfoot and for all sorts of things. But they're actually really nice, and it's a little channel. Hey, Simples, Happy New Year. You know, and if you go over, just tell them where you've come from and that we all say hi and that I've recommended them. So they're a nice little channel as well. Viking Cat Paranormal TV. Now I'm going to do a history one, because you know me and my history. So this one, I'm sticking with the Scottish theme tonight. I forgot that right. Yep. So this one is a channel called Before Caledonia. And so anybody into ancient history, this is right up your street. He travels around Scotland and all the rest of it. Hi, Six Banger. Happy New Year. Great to see you. I'm just doing my recommendations before I start the night. So he goes around and he visits like ancient monuments and stone circles, Neolithic sites, Bronze Age sites. He's really interesting. So that's a good one. Anybody interested in the ancient history in Scotland, thoroughly recommend that site. Thoroughly recommend. And some of the sites he's been to, I've visited, so I just found it doubly interesting. And then my last one, and this is just, I like to just have a random channel. Let me put this in, and then I can tell you about this channel. Just talk about amongst yourselves while I'm typing. There we go. I forgot it. Yeah, there we go. So that is the Jacobite hiker. And he's really good. He's middle-aged chap, and he's in his full Highland kit, so kilt, stick, cape, everything, and he hikes around Scotland. He's really, really nice. And it's a lovely, and it's only a little channel as well. I think he's got a couple of hundred followers, but I actually find it really interesting. So, he's another one that deserves a bit of a follow. So, yeah, so those are my 4 recommendations tonight. Adam Holmes Music, Viking Cat Paranormal, Before Caledonia, and then the Jacobite Hiker. That last channel is something, when you just want to listen or watch something without having to really, I don't know, you can just chill out watching. So, yeah, that's one. Okie dokie. Right, I think... Oh, you've nearly finished your Shetland books. Were they good, Green Eyes? Just wait for that before I carry on, and we'll talk about the cryptid thing first of all. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Do you know, I've got the ideal place for you to live there, though. There's one on Orkney and there's one on Shetland, and you know exactly which villages I'm talking about. And if you don't, I'll tell you, but I'm pretty sure that you do. Right. Okay. Right. So I have talked about this one before. Yeah, well, that's it. People seem to think that, and it's like, the Outer Hebrides, people seem to think that it's just kind of 2 islands or 3 islands. They hear names bandied about like South Uist and Harris and Lewis, but they don't realise, what it actually looks like. And yeah, Shetland, exactly the same. It's beautiful. The best place, or rather the best time, in my humble opinion, to visit Shetland is for Upelliar at the end of January, and that's the Viking Fire Festival. And it does get mad. It does get very packed out. They burn a full-size Viking ship. It's brilliant. They've got, they've got all the different the groups and different jarls and everything. It's just really, really good. Oh, yeah, Pelliard, yeah. I've been a couple of times. I've got some relatives on Shetland. Most of my other relatives though are Orkney. So right. Anyway, so I'm going to get on without further ado. Um, this one story, not story actually, it's a news report, but I can't get it out of my head, and I don't know. I think we touched on it very briefly a year or two ago. It's a story from back in 2021, but I've never been able to forget it, and nothing else has ever come of this particular story. And by the way, I don't know whether anybody else noticed or not. We had a troll in. I've booted him, but I'm not going to be able to watch the chat. So can you guys just keep an eye on? I don't want any of that lot coming in and disrupting and causing the usual childish crap. Like I said, I've washed my hands of everything. We don't have drama in here. If you want to go, you know, calling people names, pick the people who actually deserve the names, okay? Thank you, and piss off. Right, okay, so the story I want to go, it's the I think it was the Erdry area. So a week before Christmas, it was actually the 18th of December in 2021, there was a lady who, she was traveling in a car, and it broke down, and it wasn't far from the village of Monkton in Ayrshire. So not far from where we went on holiday in September. So anyway, so she's broken down. It's on this basically pitch black deserted road. There's no street lights there. There aren't any houses nearby. So luckily she's got a mobile phone with her, and she phoned the recovery service. Now, over here in the UK, I don't know what it's like in America and Australia, but in the UK, we've got the two main, well, there's actually three now, I would say. The main recovery service is always where the AA, which is the Automobile Association, and the RAC, which was that the Royal Automobile Club, I think. I can't remember what RAC stands for. Now there's a third one that's kind of muscling in called Green Flag. But anyway, this lady was a member, and the member, that you have to join them. You have to be a member, and you pay a monthly fee. And if you can be covered for, just breakdown or full recovery, home start, all the rest. Rav, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Rav, sorry, just while I'm telling this story quickly, if you want to give your channel a promo, please feel free, because you're a mod. You can type in your channel link in the chat, and then if anybody's not following Rav, you can give him a follow, or if somebody else wants to drop his link in, please do. You know what we're like for all for promoting. Rav's got some great stuff on there. He chats away, and I loved your dedication to Odin for New Year. That was really nice. Really liked that. So yeah, I shall go back to the story. So this lady was a member. You're very welcome, my love. You're very welcome. So this lady was a member of the AA, the Automobile Association, and Green Eyes has just popped it in. Oh, look at them all. Everybody wants to give Rav a promo. So if you're not following, please give him a follow. He's a great friend of the channel. So she rings the AA. She tells them where she is, and they give, sometimes they can locate you from your phone. I don't know how they did. I don't know whether she knew the name of the road or they located they pinged a phone. I don't know. But anyway, she wasn't far from this village of Monkton, and phoned the recovery service and said that she needed assistance. Now, you're always told, and they stress it to you when you phone up. They did it to us when me Volvo went kaput when we were driving back from Scotland. We were told, although we were on the motorway, to stay near your vehicle. We had to get out the vehicle because of where we were. It was dangerous. We were on the slip road and, you know, things happen. So we were advised to get out with the dog, go behind the safety barrier, down the slope and wait near the vehicle. They always do that. And with her being a woman on her own, they would have also given a priority. So women on their own or people with medical issues, they're always bumped to the top of the list, you know, for these recovery vehicles. So she would have been told, okay, put your hazard lights on. If it's safe for you to remain in your vehicle, do so. If you are in a dangerous spot, so say she'd broken down on a blind bend, then yes, they would have told her to get out, but that wasn't the case. So, and I know this from the police report. So basically, stay in your vehicle, we'll be with you ASAP, your priority, because you're a woman on your own and it's in the dark. But for some unknown reason, she left a vehicle. She left a vehicle. She didn't just leave a vehicle. She left the road and started crossing fields in the dark with no torch. She's climbed a fence, gone across. Basically, it doesn't make any sense what she did. It makes no sense whatsoever. It wasn't like she was old and senile or she was drunk or whatever. This was a fully compos mentis 55-year-old lady, you know, not old by any stretch of the imagination. So the AA turned up at 11:30 p.m, found the car empty and called the police to report that it was abandoned. Exactly, Frida, you just wouldn't. I hadn't long passed my driving test and the clutch went on my car. And I think I was, oh God, maybe a year. I was probably about 19. The clutch went on my car and I was coming home from the stables that I kept my horses at the time. Country lane, pitch black. I was terrified. Not a chance would I have got out of that vehicle if I didn't have to. Now, I was lucky because I could see there was a farm a little further up. I put the hazards on my car and I legged it like the devil was on my tail to the farmhouse, and I got them to ring the AA for me. So she could have done, Sheila. However, sorry, so Sheila's just said she could have gone into the field for a pee. She could have done, but she was crossing the field. She didn't, you know yourself, if they told you to stay near your vehicle. No problem, Rav, no problem. You're not going to, you know, if it's pitch black, you've called for, think about it logically. And this is why it's just not, it's not sitting right with me at all, this. So I'm a worrier in situations like that. So if I am told you need to, and Stevie can tell you, because this happened while we were stuck, I needed a wee. I was absolutely desperate for a wee because we were hours stuck off the motorway. Yeah, Lady Witch, yes. Lady Witch has just made a really good point. It makes sense if she was being chased by something. If she stayed by the car, whatever it was could have been between her and the car. Yes, Helen, that is a good point. How do you know that she went through? This is why I wanted to go over this again, because I just think that we need to discuss it. You know, and then Sheila's put, yeah, she would have wanted a place to squat away from the road of any headlights. Right. So what I'm saying is, when we broke down, so he needed a wee. He was fine, you know, a man, they just stand up behind a bush, whittle and what have you. Totally different when you're a woman. And I was really worried that because he had the dog, so he'd gone down, there was quite a steep slope that was near where we were parked off on the hard shoulder of the motorway. So he was right down this slope with the dog while he went for a wee. I needed a wee. I wouldn't go away from the, because I said, but if they turn up, You're down there. You can't get up there quick, and I need to be able to see. So I literally I had just had my head popping up, but nobody on the motorway could see me actually having a waz on this slope. And I thought about that, and I thought, if I was this lady and I'm in the dark and I am scared or I need a wee, but I don't want to miss these guys turning up and thinking I've gone, I'm going to stay as close to. In fact, I would probably have just opened my car door and shielded myself behind it and just peed on the floor, you know. But this woman has actually headed off across the fields. Now, so the AA turn up at 11:30 at night. They call the police and report the car as abandoned. At 4:55 the next day, so on the 19th of December, 4:55 p.m. Yeah, Lady Witch, that's exactly what I'm saying. I would have squatted right by the car. I'll answer that in a second for you, Helen. So 4:55 p.m. the next day, her body was found approximately 1 mile from the car. And this is the bit that I find really, really uncomfortable. When she was found partially eaten. The medical report and the police report says foxes and or badgers were responsible, but this is a little bit, the words that I think are quite significant. Foxes and or badgers responsible for the mauling. Now, am I the only person who thinks that the word mauling suggests that she was alive? If she was already dead, I would have, I think the word predated upon would have been used. So I don't know. I just, and then that's it. Radio silence. But foxes and badgers, was she local? Did she know a shortcut over the field? She wasn't local to that area. She used it as a cut through, but no, there is no reason why she would have gone across the field that she did. That's weird. That doesn't normally happen that quick. Animals don't know exactly. And could she have died of hypothermia? Possibly. Could she have got confused? Possibly. That's it, Lady Stardust. A fox, I mean, I did get a nip off a fox once. We got one that had been hit by a car, and I was trying to get it into, wrap it up. Now, a badger, yeah, they're buggers. They can cause some damage. But a fox, no. I had a nip off a fox. It was more like being bitten by a cat. They are wary of humans. Badgers, well, simple, that's exactly it. To use the word mauling, that to me suggests she was still alive when whatever it is started to eat her. Yeah, you can kick a badger. I mean, yeah, badgers, they can be really bad. I mean, I know that, but that's what it is, isn't it? A badger, it's like a massive weasel on steroids. I know that they say when they have, when they've rescued baby badgers, and hey, Paula, good to see you. Good to see you. We've got snakes, we've got adders, and we've got what they call slow worms, which are just grass snakes. But the adder's the only, an adder is the only poisonous one that we've got over here, Paula. I just don't get it. I don't get it. They are just going to feed, but they won't come. If you're alive, I know enough about live, badgers and badgers and foxes to know that they're not gonna. They won't even come near you when you're asleep. You make a noise, off they go. Badgers, just for the benefit of the doubt, if a badger is found injured as a baby or what have you, or sometimes as adults, usually the adults you can re-release them, but badgers that have been raised and are too used to people can't be released back into the wild because they can pose a real danger. Because they don't have a fear of humans, they would quite happily run over and nip you, but they wouldn't eat you. They wouldn't eat you. And I don't know. I don't know. This is why I wanted to go over it again and just see what everybody thinks, because the thing is, though, Simples, if you're not moving, if you're still, I'm presuming you mean if they're still alive, if you're still alive when they start getting in, you are going to make a noise, and foxes are so skittish. They didn't mention a heart attack, Sheila. They literally said that she'd been partially eaten and that they believed foxes and or badgers were responsible for the mauling. That's it, Lady Witch. Exactly. They're not predators. They're scavenger animals. They won't touch anything alive. They literally sit and wait for death. Exactly, Helen. Exactly. There's no hypothermia detected. It's just, and that was the cause of death. That she'd been mauled to death, not predated upon. Who can say, Simples? There's been absolutely no explanation, and it was a complete whiteout on this one. This was all that was released, and then that was it. And it wasn't reported on again. And I know a lot of people in the paranormal and the cryptid community have tried to get information. They've they've submitted FOIs. There's nothing. There's nothing. It's one of the weirdest things. And it's similar. Do you remember in was it Michigan? Oh God, I can't even remember now. This was in 2021, Simples. It was Erdry. It was a report from Erdry, Sheila. Do you remember there was a similar story that I covered about 3 years ago, and it was the school teacher in America. I think it was Michigan. I'm not sure. And again, she had been she was attacked on the road in broad daylight. Was it 5 o'clock? I think it was in the morning. And she had basically been more or less eaten, and they were blaming packs of wild dogs. But everybody said there weren't any wild dogs anywhere nearby. There'd never been sights or reports of wild dogs. The only dogs big enough to have possibly done it were neighbours, and they were saying, oh, people had reports, they've reported this guy's dogs to the police, yada, yada, yada. And they just said it was just the weirdest case. She had been I think her face had been bitten off, and just the way she'd been attacked didn't sit with a dog attack. Because dogs, as you know, when dogs go in on you, they grab and they rag you. And I think, wasn't this lady? I think her clothes had been torn off, and then she'd been eaten. Whereas dogs will just grab and drag, and it was just very, very strange. Because I think there were 3 or 4 similar cases that happened in America within the space of about 6 months. Not all in the same area. I think there was one in Pennsylvania. Actually, she might have been in Pennsylvania, now I think about it. Do you know what? Who can say, Paula? I've always wondered, what is the chupacabra? And isn't it supposed to feed on blood or something? Or am I thinking of something else? Anyway, so that's that story, and I just wanted to broach it again because it has fascinated me, and I will think about it. Probably on maybe I don't know, once every couple of weeks. I'll think about it. Think it's really it's really weird. It's really, really weird. I don't think it was badgers, and I don't think it was a damn fox. Maybe Lady Stardust, maybe. you know, because I mean, everybody saw what happened. That you know, that monkey that attacked, you know, the woman, and she had a pet monkey and it attacked a friend, and I think she'd had it on I think she'd had it on like testosterone suppressants and antidepressants and sedatives and something, and it flipped and it basically started eating that woman alive. A monkey can do a lot of damage, that yeah, that's the one, Travis the monkey. So, you know, yeah, could it have been, and somebody's not reported it? But I might be making this up in my head, but I seem to remember that, or seem to have got it in my head that, don't monkeys, when they when they're eating, don't they do like rats and they crap where they eat? Or have I made that up? Because I know you know, they say that rats, they're constantly like weeing and pooing while they're eating or moving, wherever they do, wherever they go, they're constantly going to the toilet. And I seem to have got it in my head that monkeys do the same thing. So if that's true, but if it was like, say, a chimpanzee and it made a kill, wouldn't it have marked the territory? You know, there would be something like monkey poo or urine somewhere, or some DNA. I mean, surely to God they did the DNA. And that's just reminded me, the lady who was killed, I was telling you about, the one in America, when they tested for DNA, they found an unidentified canid DNA. So it wasn't a dog and it wasn't a wolf and it wasn't a coyote, but it was definitely canine. And then again, that's another one that just went quiet. So I don't know, but I would have thought that, you know, if they're saying it could have been a fox or it could have been a badger, well, right. So you must have done some form of DNA testing on the bite area or found hairs or something to confirm what it was. So why has it all gone quiet? Anyway, that's just my thoughts. So that is the first one I wanted to go over. There aren't going to be any monkeys in the cold in Scotland. It wouldn't survive, should it? No, maybe not, unless it was just like one that got out and went on a rampage and went home again. You know, they might have let it out for I don't know. Do you remember there was a story? Oh God. And it was they made a film or a series out of it. It was years ago, and I'm sure I watched it. It was like a black and white one, about one that was the Moulin Rouge, was it? And a murderer. And it turned out that it was actually a monkey that was getting out at night and it was murdering women. I can't remember the name of the damn story. Happy thoughts, you might remember it. Because I also remember reading this when I did English Lit at school. I can't remember the name of the flipping... Yeah, well, that's it. It could have just gone out for a bit of a walk. You know how people used to let the dogs out years ago. Go on, go out, come back at tea time. A bit like kids, really. But yeah, so that film was about this ape, great ape. I think it was supposed to be an orangutan or something like that. Anyway, so there we go. That was the first little chat of the evening. So just pause for thought, and, you know, please, if anybody has any ideas or what have you, please come back and, you know, pop it in the comments after this live and, you know, give us something to talk about, because this one won't go out of my head. I can't get rid of it. So that's that one. Right. So the other thing I want to talk about, it's not a story. This is, again, we've touched on it once before, but it's been happening again. And we've got someone in the chat who has recorded this happening a few times. So these strange sounds in the sky, they're being heard all over the world. China, Russia, America, the UK, Turkey, South America. They're literally all over Europe. They're hearing these noises, and they've been occurring for years. Now, these sounds actually come from the sky, and there aren't any clear explanations for any of it, but there are a lot of theories. Oh, just notice, yeah, right turn, Clive. I forgot about that. It's one of my dad's, another one of his favourite films. Yes, so all the theories ranging from trumpeting, metallic grinding, like a large heavy metal door opening or closing, and that sound is linked to other stuff. You get them being on the border, none of gets a straight answer. Well, Sheila has recorded this a few times. I think the last one was about, I don't know, 8 or 9 weeks ago, was it, Sheila? And it's happened quite a few times. Now, when Sheila's recorded it, it's weird. And over a month ago now, might be a bit longer actually. I think, yeah, it was probably at the beginning of November, I think. And I recorded one here and I sent it to everybody and said, you can hear it faintly? Can you hear it? I can't remember when it was actually, but I was walking the dog in the morning and I was like, what the hell is that? Early November. Thanks, Tom. I wasn't sure. So, yeah. Oh, 5 or 6. Right. Okay. So Sheila heard it about 5 or 6 weeks, but this has been ongoing for a couple of years, and every like 6 or so months, and then Sheila will, she'll record it. She'll be out with the cats and she'll hear it, and it is really, really unnerving. It's a bit like, the machines in War of the Worlds, that kind of metallic-y, grindy, weird, and then they make that trumpeting sound that kind of deafens people. Imagine that, but not that loud, but it is loud because you can hear it all around. The sky's full of it, but it's not that close to you. It's that kind of thing that Sheila had recorded. That was really, really unnerving. It's a bit like whale song, but it's more sinister. It's very, very strange. Now, when people have described it as metallic grinding or like a large heavy door opening, if any of you, excuse me, if any of you have listened to Missing 411 or have listened to Martin Grove's Surviving the Terror in the LBL, a lot of those cases, especially with the hunters, the Missing 411, the hunters, when people have gone missing in places like the national parks in America, very often it's reported that right before these incidences occur, there's this metallic sound, which shouldn't be, if you're miles and miles and miles away from any kind of road, building, there's no works nearby, you're up a mountain, you're in the depths of a forest, you are literally in the middle of nowhere, and you hear this metallic sound, and then something happens, like somebody has disappeared. There was an old chap, I think he was in his 70s, one of these hunters. They were out on a hunting party. He was sitting waiting at the bottom of the mountain while the younger fellas did a prey drive down towards the older guys. Right before this one chap went missing, and they were spaced out. There was a few old fellas, I think there were 3 or 4 of them, all spaced out, by maybe 100 yards between each of them. And they heard this metallic sound, and then this guy's just vanished. No sign of him. Just no sign of him at all. Up, gone, poof. All that was found of him to show that he'd been there was a wrapper off one of the snacks he'd had. His gun was gone, he was gone, his clothing, everything. And he's never been found to this day. Martin Groves, oh, sorry, I'll just read what Sheila's put. My cats were feral and still get the call of the wild at 3 a.m. I have to let them out to poo or pee and stand guard. The noises are at dead of night most of the time. You're ignoring that their portal's opening and closing, not even commenting on that. What do you think they are then, Lady Witch? I don't know. I don't know. I'm open to any form of a suggestion. I know that a lot of people are calling them portals. I know, Happy Thoughts, you're totally in the wrong channel, aren't you? But stick around for the quiz. You'll come into your own there. Sinister is a trippy description, like something very old in your soul warning you. I totally think there's a lot going on we aren't aware of. I have become more suspicious since they started, finally, the government's admitting that they have been having contact with UAPs, UFOs, whatever you want to call them. Martin Groves, when he was talking about his encounter with what he now says were dogmen, in 1993, I think it was, and he was, they were in the LBL, Land Between the Lakes, him and his friend. He was making his way back down the mountain, back to where his friend was at their camping area, because they were wild camping, primitive camping, I think he called it. And he heard exactly the same thing. He said he heard this metallic, like a grinding, that just sounded like a big heavy door opening. So it's the same thing now. He thinks it is possibly a portal, but I don't know. What, anybody got a suggestion? Because it's not just happening once. There are a lot of people. Martin Groves, I will take his word for it. He's a former police officer. Oh, no way. You're going to Area 51. You're storming it. You need to go to, where's the black post box? Isn't that near there as well? Is that Nevada? Because you've got the highway, haven't you? The alien highway. Hypothetically, our governments have an arrangement. A few random humans for the safety of the planet. Yeah, I have heard that one. Am I fuck storming it? Shitting me. But I thought you were a skeptic, Helen. Anyway, it could be something like Paul. You know, the alien Paul that swears and smokes and farts and does all sorts of things. Yeah, so this... It's very strange, isn't it? You're a skeptic, not fucking stupid. I mean, look at the what was his name? The old guy, the Todmorden UFO case, Adamski, whatever his flipping name was. I've completely lost my train of thought. He was found on top of, he just vanished in thin air, broad daylight, gone. And a week or two later, he was found at the top of a 20-foot high coal pile, clean. So if he'd scrambled up that coal pile, he would have been minging. His clothing was put on incorrectly. He had burns on him. He was covered, his burns had this strange, like, slime on them. He'd also been shaved. He was clean shaven. You know, things like that. And, you know, had he been a bit like the, you know, the cattle mutilations, the cattle, and some of these cattle are found on fields and they've literally got every single bone in the body is broken. And it's as though they've just been dropped from a great height. They're already dead, but that's beside the point. And, you know, this chap who was dumped on top of the coal pile in Todmorden, did that happen? Was he just dropped out of a plane? I just don't know. I don't know. So yeah, and like going back to Sheila talking about her cats, a lot of the time when these sounds, sky trumpets, whatever you want to call them, when they're heard, animals, particularly dogs, in fact, not just dogs, canines, they go mad. They're howling, barking, yelping. Now, sometimes these sounds can be very melodic. Sometimes they can sound quite animalistic. Sometimes they sound like the humming. Other times, as I said, they can sound really sinister. I know some of the Doom and Gloom Brigade claim that their trumpets heralding the apocalypse. They call them angelic trumpeting. But the intensity of it, of this sound force, it really scares people. Some people have said it sounds like it's, sorry, not sound. Some people have suggested it's a form of thunder, but there's never been any real evidence, duplicating this to show what it is. So yeah, this has been going on for centuries. They're just trying to hide everything from the. I know. I think aliens were angels. Personally, that's like, my Catholic upbringing totally gone to the wall. But looking at things now, it very, very possibly could be. If aliens do exist, if they've been visiting the planet, and you look at a lot of the old cave drawings on every different continent, and they've got drawings that look like people in space outfits, with space helmets or oxygen tanks. You only have to read any of Eric von Daniken's books and his investigations and some of the drawings that he's got and his interpretations. It's absolutely fascinating. Oh, it sounds like a dying whale. Not that you've heard one. It's just imagine a dying whale would sound like howling, moaning. Yeah, and the last one that you recorded, Sheila, was very unnerving. When I heard that, it was very unnerving. Do you know what? Can you not upload it to your phone, to your channel? Because people would be really interested in that. Or send it to like Mick or Lee. Send it to them and just say, I've captured this and your location. And let them run with it, because they love it like that. Or Chris Turner, because he does the UFO stuff, doesn't he? I mean, I'm quite happy if you ever want to share it. I can text it over to Mick McLaren. Have you ever heard the original War of the Worlds play? Yes, I have. That's what we hear over the lake. But do you know? And also, I've heard about that with the the Great Lakes and things being heard over there. A lot of paintings. Da Vinci was famous for putting hidden spaceships in a lot of. What? No, I didn't know that, Lady Stardust. That's a new one on me. I know you've heard it louder, but you have got a few. I bet you've still got the other ones. I think I've heard 3 recordings that you've made over the past, and you can. And the thing is, those guys, they've got the they can clean it up. Because I know that Mick can do that, and I know Chris can do it. And probably Dale as well, actually, because they're doing a lot with Dale at the moment. They could clean that sound up, take out all the other noise and just focus on that. Let me know anyway. If you want me to send it over, I'm happy to do that. And I know Mick could give you credit for it, where it's come from, if you wanted that. So anyway, thought-provoking. You reckon it's your husband snoring? You can hear even green eyes in ours. Oh, don't talk to me about snoring. Do not talk to me about snoring. New Year's Eve, we ended up in bed early because I thought it's all gonna kick off with the fireworks and what have you. Plus, we'd been on a mammoth hike on New Year's Eve. We thought we'll end the year being really healthy. We did like a 6.5 mile right up over the tops, all Peel Tower and everything. If anybody's never been who's in the UK, well worth a visit. It's a difficult. You go through. It's an army firing range, training range, and you go up through there. We obviously, because flipping Mr. SAS decided to go the vertical route rather than the easy route, which knackered me. But there's an old Pilgrim's Cross. I took some video of it as well. It was, but Peel Tower is actually, you know, Robert Peel, who I'm going to say invented the British police. I didn't know he came from that local area, because I think Peel Tower, it's like in the Ramsbottom area. And yeah, so because they were called peelers originally, weren't they? Weren't they? Peelers, then there were coppers, bobbies, whatever, police, rozzers, the filth, whatever you want to call them. But originally they were Robert Peel's men, so they were called peelers. But yeah, that was what Peel Tower was for. Anyway, we did that walk. We were knackered because we really did push ourselves. We came home, we had some tea, we got into the ale. He was in the port, I was into the Baileys, got pissed. Oh, this was something as well. Got to tell you this, right? So we were watching the telly, and because I'd said, you know, the fireworks are going to kick off, should we try and get an early night and get the dog quietened down so he's not, you know, on edge? And I heard something hit the back window. Now, I've got, some of you have seen it, I've got like floor to ceiling French windows at the back, French doors going into the garden. Oh, there's an owl hooting. The dog might start barking. Apologies just in advance. So my sofa, the end that Stevie was sitting on is more or less near the French doors. And no, Coops, ignore it. Good boy. And I heard something. It sounded like a stone had hit the back window. So I kind of jumped, went, what's that? Obviously, because it's coming a full moon, he said, oh, it's the werewolf tapping to get in. I was like, piss off. And I kind of nodded off a bit because I was drunk and I was tired. And I nodded off a little bit and then woke up and went up to bed. And he told me when we were lying in bed and we were listening to some radio, and he said it happened. I didn't hear it, but he said it happened 5 or 6 times. I said, did you look out? He went, no. I said, why not? Were you scared? He went, no. Of course I wasn't scared. But anyway, I got a nice message, you know, Happy New Year, off one of my friends. And I said, yeah, Happy New Year. I said, I'm sitting here listening to Classic FM for Pets. And this bastard snoring. Great night. Yeah, everybody else is listening to music and I'm listening to Classic FM for Pets. And Steve is snoring, the snore of a drunken man. Anyway, right, so that's that. Right, so should we do a quiz? What do you think? Let me know. I'll get my questions sorted. Right, so for the people who are competitive, i.e. Happy Thoughts and Sheila, I'm laughing at her. Mate, I'll send you a soundbite of the snoring I've got to deal with. I'm telling you, it's well worse than Sky Whales dying. I'll swap you because I recorded him. It was that bad. Well, do you know what, Lady Stardust? It was so bright last night. Well, this morning. I took the dog out at 7 o'clock. It was still dark. It was huge and low and yellow. When we went out before, it's really, really bright. So it's going to be amazing. And Fenwick Moor's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm hoping, well, I've got to take him out. But you see, I'm going to be scared because it's a full moon. We've got the whole werewolf thing going on. Plus I live right next to a graveyard. And nobody will hear me if I scream. It's like in Alien, do you remember that? In space, no one can hear you scream. That's what it's like here. It's like the fucking Blair Witch. Anyway, right. Quiz? We all understand you don't look out. Yeah, but he could have looked out. You know, he's supposed to be a mon. I'm really intrigued, but I think if I'd have been on my own, I probably would have shat. I really would have. Right, okay. So let's get the quiz underway. It's only a short one, but it's just for a bit of a crack. For the super competitive amongst you, Sheila, Helen, it's who I see on my screen first. It doesn't matter what you see on your phone or your tablet or your screen on the telly, whatever you're watching it on, because you're all on different bandwidths and countries and all the rest of it. Never mind fuck. It's what I see first, all right? So you can whinge all you like. It ain't gonna make a difference. Ram it up your arse. I'm the quiz master. It's my channel. My rules are the law. Do we understand? Okay. So, as always, the rules for everybody else. The minute you know the answer, type it in as fast as you can. I will... Me, it sounds familiar. Yeah. Yeah, doesn't it just? Me. Okay. So we'll have no fighting, no bitching, no falling out, none of that malarkey on this channel. Thank you very much. And then whoever wins it, you have to keep your own scores as well. And I trust you all. Okay. Brian's not here, so there won't be any cheating. You're a lot of Baileys down there. Do you know, I'm on the Baileys as well. Did you get the Tesco special offer? A litre of Baileys for 11 quid. We got, 9 bottles of it. Actually, we got 10, but I drunk one before Christmas. Anyway, here we go. Are we ready? Fingers on, not buzzers, is it? Get your fingers ready for typing. Here is question number 1. Okay. Question number 1, the first quiz of 2026. Right. Who wrote Auld Lang Syne in 1788? Who wrote the song Auld Lang Syne? Well, who wrote Auld Lang Syne in 1788? Need the full name. You. The Duck of Death. Oh, Lady Stardust. Yes, there we have a point for Lady Stardust. It was indeed Rabbie Burns. Well done. Okay. There's only a couple of New Year's questions. The rest are just other shite. Right. Which country is the first in the world to see in New Year? Which country is the first in the world to see in the New Year? Oh, Happy Thoughts has got it. It is indeed New Zealand. Well done. You were close though, Frida Dar and Lady Stardust, but Happy Thoughts has won it. New Zealand is the first country in the world to see in the new year. Congratulations. Right, here's a random one. And I'm only going to accept, it's not going to be the closest. This has got to be bob on. My little dog, Super Cooper, how old is he at the moment? How old is Super Cooper? You might remember I did do him a birthday present. Nope. No, he's not 7, he's not 102. Darzen, he's got it right. He is indeed 10 years old. Well done. Point for Dar. Super Cooper is indeed 10. Okie dokie. Right. Who starred as the Angel Mike? Sorry. Who starred as the Archangel Michael in the film of the same name? The film Michael. Who was the star? Who played the Angel Michael? Oh, Lady Stardust is first in there. Everyone else is getting it right, but yes, indeed, you're on a roll tonight, you lady. John Travolta it was. I love that film. What John Travolta wrote, the Archangel Michael Simples. I'm interested now. Simples writes books. If anybody's interested, and I think, did he say they're on? Are they on Amazon? I can't remember. You did tell us last time you were there. Oh, Michael. Oh, excellent. So yeah, she's got some books if anybody's interested. Right. And if you've got any links, if you want to pop them in, love, pop them in, please. If you've got links to your books. No, yeah, I love it. Do you know what I love? The ending where it's Van Morrison is singing. I love it. I think it's so upbeat, you know, when he's dancing with the ghost of the old lady. Anyway, right, let's get on. The next question. Oh, I'll send you a link. It's free on. I think it's free on YouTube. Actually, Happy Thoughts. It's a really good film. It's twee, but it is a good film. Oh, I cry about 3 times in it. Green Eyes. It does really get to me. Okay. Right, next question. Let's stop talking about John Travolta. Right. In which ocean does the most tsunamis occur? In which ocean, I should say, do the most tsunamis occur? You've got a lot to choose from. Choose wisely, my children. No, it's not the Indian. Oh, Lady Stardust once again. It is indeed the Pacific Ocean. Do you know what I did? All the rest of you said the Indian Ocean. I thought it was that. But it was the Pacific Ocean, and Lady Stardust got another point. Billy Ocean. Brilliant. Oh my goodness. Right, let me get that's tickled me, that one. Right. Here's another one. Are we ready? So, Alexandria is the second largest city in which country? And I'll give you a choice here. Egypt, Greece, or Syria? Alexandria is the second largest city in which of the following countries? Egypt, Greece, or Syria? Lady Witch is in there with Egypt. Well done. Point to Lady Witch. See? You're all doing really well tonight, though. Stupid phone. Green Eyes. A bad workman always blames his tools. I was just going to make a joke about men's tools, but thought against it. Right. Okay. Moving swiftly on. Oh, right. What is the correct name? Daughter of a tool maker. What? What? Oh, no, I'm not even going to make a comment about typing under duvets either. Right, okay, I'm going back. What is the correct name for Ayers Rock? So we're talking about the Aboriginal name, the correct name. What is it? The correct name for Ayers Rock? And I don't mind if you spell this wrong. You can go phonetically if you like, because I know it's a hard one if you don't know it. What is the correct name for Ayers Rock? Oh, it's all gone quiet over there. Oh, it's all gone quiet over there. Oh, yeah, Da, I'm going to give you that one. It is Uluru. It is Uluru. So you can have that one. Well done, Darzen. Lady Stardust, Liverpool, Blackpool. Uluru. Right. Here's one for the gamblers amongst you, or the game players amongst you, those who have had the board games out over Christmas and New Year. In total, how many dots are on a dice? In total, how many dots are on a dice? And I believe you are allowed to say dice now. You don't have to say die. It is now... No, it's not 20. Not 10, not 24. Yeah, I've been as well. Green. Oh, Darzen's there again. It is indeed 21. Well done. Hey, I think it's getting a bit close, this. Darzen and Lady Stardust. You're both on fire tonight. Okay. Now this one, I know. Do you know what? Happy Thoughts. This is what Bailey's does to your love. The same question at your work school. Oh, I was thinking that you'd sat there and you were working it out. Don't hang it up just yet. Don't hang your crown up yet. Happy Thoughts. Right. Here's another one. Not realising. I did this one and then thought, oh, damn, we've got 2 nurses in the house. But anyway, whatever. Somebody else might know it. I did know this. Right. I'm presuming this is how you spell it. The calcaneus or calcaneus is the medical name for which bone in the human skeleton? And there's a multiple choice. Is it the skull, the heel bone, or the collarbone? The calcaneus is the medical name for... Oh, flipping heck. Simple's got it. Well done. It is indeed the heel bone. You've all got it right, but Simples was in there. You beat everybody. It is indeed the heel bone. A burglar... Is it a burglar's break they call that, don't they, Green Eyes and Dar? Burglar's break. Well done, well done, well done. Right. I know. Keep going. Oh, you watch Bones? All right. Okay. Right. Here's another one. Are we ready? What name is shared by a type of tree and a famous US ski resort? Is it aspen, maple, or oak? What name is shared by a type of tree and a famous US ski resort? Is it aspen, maple, or... Oh, Happy Thoughts is in there and she's won. But well done. You're all getting it right there, but Happy Thoughts just pipped you all at the post. Well done. See, do you know what? I think this is all right because you're all doing really well tonight. Is it not too hard? Look, I'm back, bitches. Brittany's back, bitch. It's Brittany, bitch. Okay. Now then. Oh, I've got another medical question as well. Sorry. This is a bit difficult, though, because there's 2 things you might put down, but only one is correct, and I'm not giving anybody any leeway. Right. Name the mental disorder that involves imitating symptoms of illness in order to elicit sympathy, attention, or physical care. Name the mental disorder that involves imitating symptoms of illness in order to elicit sympathy, attention, or physical care. Oh, flipping heck. Helen Happy Thoughts has just won it. See, it is Munchausen's. I was going to say you could have really said hypochondria, but it is indeed Munchausen's. Well done. Happy thoughts. You really are back, you bitch. Munch Susan. Well, if you're hungry, whatever. Well done. Well done. See, I'm waking you all up. Okay, here's another one. I didn't know this guy was gay until I got told the last time I did. I was on here. And I was gutted. It's about Elvis. Okay, so the Elvis fans in the room should know this one. Which US state was Elvis Presley born in? Which US state was Elvis Presley born in? I can give you multiple choice if you want. Or we can see if anybody just knows it off the top of their heads. No, it's not Utah. It's not Tennessee. It's not Tennessee. Lady Witch got it. It is Mississippi. M-I-double-S-I-double-S-I-double-P-I. Well done, Mississippi. It is. It was. Oh, come on, Frida, love. You need to get a point. Who else hasn't got a point yet? Is it just... No, Frida and Green Eyes. Come on, you two. We need you. You can't let this lot. Oh, is it in a song? Is it? I'm not. I do like Elvis, but I'm not a connoisseur of Elvis songs. Where does it say he's from Mississippi? And it's probably something really, really obvious. And I go, oh, God, yeah. Oh, right. Okay, I don't know it. That was a waste of your time, wasn't it? But thank you. Your phone's slow tonight. Oh, I might have to. Do you know what? Maybe I should just do a quick question just for Green Eyes and Frida. Shall I just do one for Green Eyes and Frida? And nobody else can answer apart from them two. What do you think? We'll give them the chance to get a point. At least one of them. Are you ready for this, girls? Pity party, yeah. Come on, no, I'll do a pity party for two. Come on, so Green Eyes and Frida. You're going to shout, yeah, you shout the answers at your phone, but I'm going to have to think up a bleeding question for you now. Let me think a question. Should we do a Christmas question? Let me see if I've got it written down anywhere. No, nothing there. Let's have a look. Right. Right. Okay. So Green Eyes and Frida. Right. Which YouTube creator has also been sorry. Give me a minute. Which YouTube creator? I don't know why it's making me laugh. Well, I do because I can see it in my head. Right. I know. We probably have, Helen. Okay. I am a tit. No, I was trying to give a question out. So for Frida and Green Eyes, okay. Due to something that this YouTube creator did on a live stream, and I need you to name the YouTube creator, okay? They started to be nicknamed behind the back, of course, Scratch and Sniff. Who is it? Which YouTube creator got nicknamed Scratch and Sniff? Yes, Green Eyes got it right. Look at Frida. God. So I'm dying. Oh my God. Me too, Dad. That's just about... Who's the dirty lass in Spain? Simples. Now I'm wondering who's that. Oh God. Oh, Sticky Vicky. Sticky Vicky. Oh God, I'm just about dead. Right, you'd be glad to know there's only 2 more questions to go. Okay. Right. Oh my goodness. Right, here's one for the animal lovers amongst you. Frida, it's gonna be on you now. Do you know what, love? Just go for it. Type wherever you can. You can't leave this match with no points. Nil point. Okay? Even though my friend said, happy thoughts, that there was a woman I used to work with, and she was quite a bit older than us, but she used to go to Benidorm every year, and she said one year, Sticky Vicky she said she pulled a miniature Christmas tree out of... She pulled it out the dead end street. She said it had decorations and everything on it. Oh God, I've seen the ping pong trick done in Thailand, but no. Find a ping pong at your fucking face. Ew! Oh my God. Did you catch the whiff of it as it went past Helen? That's disgusting. Yeah, was it sticky? Oh, that's minging. Ducked off as you got whiplash. Oh God, I'm dying. You're finishing me off, guys. Right. We've got one final question. Fire in the hole, splat. Oh, Lady Witch, you've never lived unless you've been to Benidorm and seen an elderly woman pulling all manner of articles out of a vajayjay. It's traumatic. But it's the law. If you go to Benidorm, I've only been once, but if you go to Benidorm, it's the law. A daughter's. I mean, what a thing to pass down to your kids. Years ago, you'd have an apprenticeship. Your dad's a carpenter and you turn into a carpenter. Sticky Vicky. She's passed a cavernous minge onto a daughter. Oh my goodness. Exactly. An honoured family tradition. Oh, lady, can you imagine that, Lady Status? That's disgusting. That's just rotten. Do you know, we always end up talking about... Last time it was the Penis Museum in Iceland. This time it's Sticky Vicky's vajayjay. Right, I'm going off on a tangent. Let's get the final question out of the way. Are we ready? Are we ready? Okay, so I might do this one for some extra points as well. I might split this question into two lots. Yeah, I think I will. So the first part of the question is, how many times was Marilyn Monroe married? It was weasel dicks, Sheila. Lady Witch talking about using weasel dicks. Now we're talking about... Oh, Sheila's got it right. It was indeed 3. It was 3. Anne Frieda and Lady Witch. Yeah, she was married 3 times now. And you can have... Yeah, Helen, you're kind of preempting me there. I was about to say, if you can name all 3, there's a point for each husband. So type away, everybody. If you can name all 3 of the husbands, nobody can ever remember the first one. I only know it because I read about it. Arthur Miller. Yeah, Arthur Miller, the writer, he was one. You've got Joe DiMaggio. She was only young when she married her first husband. I think, didn't she get I think she got an annulment for that one, didn't she? I think. Yeah, like I said, I only know it because I read Joe Arthur. Totally don't know the first one. Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn are 2 of my absolute idols. Both incredibly intelligent ladies. Even though Marilyn liked to play the dumb blonde, but she was very, very clever. Right. Shall I tell you what the first letter of his name is J. His first name began with a J and his second name began with a D. No, love, it wasn't Jack. Shall I tell you all who it was? She does, Sheila. She does. Frieda carries herself with that same poise, doesn't she? Right. Her first husband was named James Doherty. And he went off. I think he was a sailor, wasn't he? the start of it went off into the Navy. But yeah, it was James Doherty, Joe DiMaggio, and then lastly, it was Arthur Miller. And a little aside, Joe DiMaggio, he went and he put flowers on a grave every single week up until he died. I think it was it 20 odd years, every single week without fail. So, oh yeah, he always said he never stopped loving her. And I think she never stopped loving him either. Just didn't work, did it? And it's such a shame. There was so much going on, but yeah. Anyway, guys, so let's have the scores on the doors. Pop your scores. Yeah, Bridget Bardot, 91. Do you know who Bridget Bardot reminded me of a bit? With her animal thing, Doris Day. She was another lady, beautiful. Oh, that was a murder. Absolutely, it was a murder. The CIA, in the 1960s, the shit that they did to the people that they did it to, including JFK, just Marilyn, Bobby Kennedy, just horrendous. I don't know is they're much better now, but yeah, they did do some shady shit. But yeah, Marilyn. What a shame. What a shame. I read something though, because she didn't have the marks on her, that they think she was killed by she was held down and they put like some, was it, I can't remember what it was, like they forced a suppository into her so that there wouldn't be any traces of her, swallowing a drug or injecting a drug. Yeah, there's been a lot of different scenarios, Lady Stardust. That was something I heard. Well, actually, somebody was saying because of the marks around her face, because they were, she shouldn't have had those marks were where she was lying on, after she passed away, so it looked all bruised, but that's where the blood settles in, in the skin, after you've died. And the way that was, it wasn't, she would have been dead longer than she actually was, or that they actually claimed that she was when somebody last heard from her or saw her. I don't know. But again, never ever will get to the bottom of it. Funny part is that the French PM isn't welcoming a funeral. Bridget, oh yeah. Oh, that seems to have died out a little bit, doesn't it? The whole Brigitte Macron, or what's his name? Jean something Trogneau. Is it Jean? Oh, what's the? It's. Do you know what? And I even heard another another version. I don't know, because there's so many conspiracy theories going on at the moment. I even heard that hang on a minute, I've got to get this right now, that the French Foreign Legion had something to do. Yeah, no, I love Candace Owens. I love Candace Owens. She's brilliant. Happy thoughts. But this about the Charlie Kirk murder, I even heard a conspiracy that the French Foreign Legion had something to do with that. Because didn't they say that there'd been an actual threat on Candace Owens' life as well? But that the Charlie Kirk murder had something to do with the French Foreign Legion to try and take the spotlight away from all the coverage linked to Bridget Macron, and whether he has a cock or not. So yeah, I don't know. But I just think the whole Bridget Macron thing, becoming Brigitte, oh my goodness, I've loved it. It's, yeah, and I don't think it's a rabbit hole I want to go down. It's just too, yeah, but I can't remember who it was because I watch a channel called Heavy Duty Country. I don't know if anybody else watches him. Very easy on the eye, but he, as it says, I think he's a former rodeo star, and he's typical like country, you know. He's big guns and he's rides horses and he's a cowboy and yeah, and he's great. It makes me laugh though because he just takes the piss out of President Trump non-stop because he's just not. I don't think he's into him at all. But they tried to replicate the Charlie Kirk assassination, and they used because they're saying it was a 30-06, and everyone's like, absolutely not. There's no way that bullet, not a chance, would that bullet have not caused catastrophic damage. So they reconstructed it. He's got it on his channel. And absolutely no way was that gun that bullet that they said was what killed him. And they also have just done another test. I've not watched it yet. Yeah, I saw that as well. Oh yeah, oh, I love Rip. Yeah, he's just like Rip from Yellowstone. Happy Thoughts. He's great, but better looking. You know, have you heard that? Is it Shania Twain's daughter, Cece, who sings All Boots? I don't know if any of you are any of you into country music like I am. I don't know. Just thought I'd ask the question. There is a reason for it, because one of the verses in that song, she's talking about, basically they're on about a guy who comes in a bar and he's just trying to clock on that he's some big cowboy and he's just a fake. But she's got this one verse in it. She kind of doesn't sing really. She kind of half sings, half talks. But this one verse, and she says like, I want a Marlboro man with some big rough hands and an old Dodge Ram in the driveway. That's like the guy who is who's running that channel. He's a big Marlboro man and he's got big muscles. I thoroughly suggest you go over and check him out. I'll send it you later, Dar. Or I might not, but no, he's oh god, yeah, he's fit as a butcher's dog. He's really, really easy on the eye. Yeah. Anyway, right, guys. So I am now down to 17 percentages. You didn't tell me what was your scores, because we started going off on a tangent talking about conspiracies. I don't know who's won. Come on. We need to find out who's won. Oh, there you go, Lady Witch. Right, Lady Witch has put it in Heavy Duty Country. Please just check him out and tell me, am I telling any lies? He's fit as fuck, and you want to see him when he goes shooting. You're just like, oh man, oh, come to mama. Wash him, bathe him, and send him to me chamber. Yeah, I thoroughly recommend, if you want to get carpet burns on your tongue. You were checking him out, weren't you? Isn't he? And coming over, necessary. Yeah, he is a bit on the gorgeous side, but he's a proper man. You know, a proper man. Yeah. Anyway, come on, guys. Who's won? What scores? Lady Stardust, Sheila, Dart. Who else was getting up there? Helen, happy thoughts. Lady Witch, give us your scores on the doors, unless you don't give a shit really, and then I'll just declare everybody a winner. But I do know that Green Eyes only got 1 point. Not that I'm taking the mick. And we're going to say that Frida was an official observer tonight. She was just making sure that everything was above board, nobody cheated, and wasn't actually taking part. Lady Witch got 1. Come on, peoples. Your score was 5 or 6. Think with the 2 extras at the end. Okie dokie. Oh, 5 or 6. Helen Happy Thoughts is up there. You think she did do really, really well tonight, though. I think Simple's got a couple. I think Sheila got a couple. You've all done really well. So I'm going to take it that I didn't make this quiz too hard. Sheila got 2. Well done, Sheila. No, you were the official observer, Frida. You weren't the dunce. I'm giving you a get out of jail free card. Go and look at Heavy Duty Country. That'll make you feel better. I promise. I'm just waiting for Darth to come back. Darth's probably going to be missing quite a while now if he's found that channel. I was too busy wiring into my rose wine. He wasn't paying attention. Don't remember your score. It was 8 or 9. Yeah, okay. No, do you know what? You're all winners in my book. Everybody in this channel is a winner. You all did fabulous. Oh, you don't like him? Thank you very much. I'm all right with that. Is he too beefcake for you? I just like the whole, the whole rodeo star vibe. It's just like, anyway. Right, guys. Well, I'm rapidly losing charge on my phone. I'm not going to share any more men with you now, Dar. Oh, I don't care. Don't rate him. I just think he's proper. You see, I like full-on country, though. So that's kind of what I like. Heavy duty country. Happy thoughts. It's if you like Rip, you like him. He's not fat. He's not chubby. He's muscly, you silly bugger. His arms are massive. Oh, yeah. Rock me to sleep. Rock me to sleep. But not before you gave me a back scuttle over the settee. Sorry. Oh my goodness. That's fine. That's fine. Me and Ellen can fight over him. Oh my goodness. Right, guys. So, on that little note, I think I am going to call this one whichever floppy appendage. What are you guys like? If it's not, yeah, no, I have as well. I don't want another one. Bugger that. Absolutely no chance. So, what was I going to do then? So, what I think I will do is start calling a little halt to this one, and I'm going to play us out. I've got outro music. I don't know if you can you hear that? I think this is my best music so far. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you for being the best of the best of the best. I'll hopefully not leave it too long before I do another quiz or a live. So, yeah. I'll see you all on the dark side. Ha, not the bright side this time. Thanks, guys. Off we go. Woohoo! Bye, kids.